Max was a small dog, but ever since he formed a bond with Michael, his life purpose changed. Michael didn't just make Max a pet, but a friend and a companion who walked beside him every moment. He would go on walks with his owner every morning and sit with him in the evening feeling happy. Michael's love was everything to Max. Every moment, every sorrow, and every joy with Michael was hidden deep within Max's heart. His world was limited to his owner. For Max, having Michael around meant having everything. He always stayed close to his owner, trying to understand his words and constantly expressing his pain and joy around him. But one day, Michael's health suddenly started to deteriorate. Max immediately noticed his owner's struggle. Everything around him changed, and he felt his owner's pain in his own heart. Michael's face was restless, and Max saw sorrow in his eyes that he had never seen before. Max had embraced every moment of his owner's life in his heart. Every hour, every night, every second, he felt his owner's happiness and pain. When Michael was tired, Max would sit next to him, trying to ease his fatigue with love. But when Michael's condition worsened, Max realized that something very bad was happening. He stayed by his owner's side through the night, absorbing every word into his heart. Max understood that something was happening that he could never fully comprehend. The light of his world was slowly fading, and though he spent every moment trying to be with his owner, there was no answer. After Michael's death, a new darkness fell over Max's life. There was an unease in his heart that he felt most deeply. His barking was different now. It was his way of expressing his longing for his owner. When Michael's coffin was placed in the house, Max barked with all his might, voicing everything his heart wanted to say. His barking wasn't just a sound, it was pain, a story his soul was telling. Max tried to understand his owner's death, but he could never forget the painful memories. He kept asking himself, "Why was I left? Where did my owner go?" His barking was a cry deeper than any human's. Whenever Max felt the loss of Michael, a restlessness filled every path of his life. Every room, every corner, everything was a memory of Michael. Max began searching for his owner's old belongings. Everywhere, he tried to understand his sorrow by seeing it with his eyes. Michael's old pictures, his small stick, and their old bed, these were all signs of his owner's spiritual presence. Max's life had now become confined to his memories. Every day he remembered the old friendship by looking at his owner's belongings. He tried to move forward in life with those old memories, but every time he searched for something, there was a sorrow that never went away. One day, when the family saw Max sitting in his owner's old spot, he was lost in thought. He understood that Michael would never come back, but he continued his journey, keeping his sorrow locked in his heart. Max saw something new in his life as he moved forward with his memories. He understood his pain and continued on his journey. He realized that Michael's love would always be with him, whether physically present or not. Max's pain and barking were like that of a traveler, an inner journey of the heart. Max's story wasn't just the story of a dog, it was the story of life, a journey trying to understand the pain and joy of his owner. Max never let go of his owner's love. Every day, he felt it in his heart. In his final moments, Max understood that love doesn't just exist in life. It is a spiritual bond that never breaks. He felt the kind of love for his owner that could never end. Max's story teaches us that our animals are not just our pets. They understand our pain and happiness with their souls. Max's love for his owner was something that could never fade. His journey is a story that will always remain in our hearts.